You're right, kids, it's Raasclark, and today we're talking about Quetzals to be boxed, Pokey Quetzals, things that you like to use to cheese those turret towers instead of soaking them, pushing up a little Pokey friend on a platform with structures, maybe a racer, maybe a Quetz. But now with Wildcard nerfing the Dino gates, I thought, okay, what can we do to bypass the Dino gate issue and still create a cool Pokey Quetz design? So I've came up with this marvellous wonder, Rayman time. I'm sure you're asking, how on earth have I managed to get those hatch frames on the sides? Well, I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to show you two cool things. Yeah, this is the sort of space you're looking at. So as you're pushing up to a turret tower, you can have a dude hiding down here underneath the Quetz, ready to rock. And this is how you build it, guys. Get the Quetz up in the air because it's a bit easier to build on. Make sure you turn off the ally looking because that's a pain in the bum bum. And we're going to make sure these foundations are nice and straight. Bit of practice, making sure they're equally distanced on the left and the right, and as far to the front as you can, and then pull them back, get your 6 foundations down, job done. Sealing down at the back. This is something you've probably seen on boats before, and all you got to do, yeah, is put that ceiling down, slap a foundation underneath it, job done. Extended your foundations, and you can keep going. Let's do it again. Pick up the ceiling, and we can remove the other foundation now, and now we've got floating extended foundations. Ooh. And that's the first part of how we're going to create this design. Now you understand that principle, we're going to pillar down and get us right down to the foot of the Quetz. And yeah, we'll just keep pillaring down. Because I'm too close to the ground, it's not clipping properly, so I need to raise the Quetz a little bit. There we go. We can put that down now, and now all we're going to do is pop our ceilings at the right spaces. So you need to put one at the foot and one above it. There we go. And now we're going to extend out, and there's the next level. And then we're going to keep pushing out your ceilings because your foundations need to clip to the ceilings, and you will have to start from the pillar. So click, click, click along. There we go. And you can remove the first set of foundations now. Don't need them anymore. We'll just push out 6 foundations along here. Snapping can be a bit finicky. I know I'm doing this in creative mode, and with metal structures you don't have to do this all with metal structures if you want to be precious about those materials. Foundations are down. I'm going to go back along. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And I'm going to go back along and pick up all the ceilings or demo them if I didn't leave enough time, which I didn't. Alright, and we can demo these ceilings at the back now. And now we're going to do the lower set of foundations, same principle. Slap your ceilings down, foundations down, and run along. Okay, foundations are down. Let's whip off those ceilings. We'll switch the inner higher foundations to blocks. Make it look nice and enclosed. And now we can take out the pillars and ceilings that are on the ends that we had to use to extend ourselves down with. That's it, just get rid of those pillars. Right, there we go. There's step 1. There's your floating foundations all in place, ready to be set up for stage 2. So this is the fun part. So we're going to extend out to the side, slap a pillar down. You can only do this on one side of the Quetz, and yeah, then we need to drop the pillars down enough so we can snap another ceiling down. And then then we're going to be looking at it with a fence foundation. And this is the tricky part, because you want the fence foundation to be perfectly aligned with the ceiling and the pillar at the same time. So it can get a bit finicky, but a bit of perseverance and you'll get there, you'll get it. There we go. Wait for the moment. The moment's coming. But yeah, Quetz likes to move around a lot, which makes it a bit of a pain, but Boom, there we go. That'll do. That's fine. I could probably make it a little bit better, but that's fine for the purpose of the video. And there we go. We can now snap flipped, rotated structures. So we're going to pillar along. Now we're going to need to put down another ceiling because the next foundation we're going to put out needs to snap to a foundation. But we need to extend it out just by one more. So we've got to put out another pillar. There we go. And then we're going to snap to that pillar with a foundation that's now flipped, which should go in place now. There we go. Done. Happy days. Right, now we can remove all the stuff that we laid down to get us into place. Oh yeah, and then we want to push it into the middle because that's going to be a foundation that we're going to need to use. Because as you know, there is a structure limit on the Quetz. So we need to be very sparing on what we're actually placing. But once that foundation's down, then you can remove everything you've just put in place to put that one foundation down. And you have to do it this way. I don't know why it doesn't work if you don't do it this way. There's the foundation, and now we're going to use that to put a foundation on the opposite side now. So just pillar away along. We can now snap another foundation. It's not perfect. Ideally you want that a bit more further out than it is, but the video, yeah, this is fine. And then we should be able to snap a pillar where we want it, which is there. There we go, on the step. Perfect. Remove your excess again, because like I said, you got to be sparing. As we get closer and closer to the end of the build, it becomes a bit of a challenge, right? And so we're just going to repeat the same process on the back of the Quetz now. So same again, pillar down, get your ceiling, snap away, get your fence foundation out, have a game trying to rotate it and get it perfectly aligned with the ceiling above and the pillar at the same time. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and then same again. We'll be able to now put a... Well, I thought I'd just turn the light on because it was getting a bit dark, and we can now put a 90-degree pillar down. Click. Done. And now we can put another rotated foundation down. Following this, the rest of the build is pretty straightforward, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. So let's get rid of the excess that we used to set up that foundation. And now, because structures are going to get sparing, we want to take away the back 4 foundations. There's another rotation just to show you what it's meant to look like so far. Okay, so now the fun part. We're just going to go around with our hatch frames and snap them in place. And there we go, that's what it should be looking like now. A nice grid of hatch frames. Okay, now to get the last set of hatch frames out at the end, you've got to pull your foundations out a little bit further. And then you need to pick up the foundations that you use to extend out. Snap your hatch frame in. And then the opposite side, it's a little bit more trickier because you need to put down more floating foundations to use as a way for the vertical foundations to snap to. Sorry if it sounds confusing. And it doesn't matter whether you do the end one or the last but one, because this is just gonna serve as the foundation for your last set of hatch frames. Now we're just gonna run up on the side, slap down your last hatch frame. You want to remove the bottom wall. You can't remove the top one or else that last hatch frame will fall. And that's it, guys. That's the frame all ready and set for your Quetz. So fill it in, go around with your giant doors, pop them in. And there we go. All the doors are now in. And there you go, guys. There's a new refreshing design for you to fly around on your boxed Pokey Quetzals and cheese all those turret towers. Hope you've enjoyed the video. My name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And as always, peace out.